Welcome to Queer Efficiency, where I help fellow productivity nerds solve tiny problems. Things like how to locate your missing socks secret hideout, how to always know which end of the USB cable is up, and in today's video, how to process your task list so you spend less time thinking about work and more time doing work. I'm Anthony Wagner, a professional problem solver and productivity nerd, and I think about this stuff way too much. Let's get into it. So for today, we're actually going to dive into Notion, which is where I manage all of my tasks. This is going to be a look at how I process my daily task list so that it doesn't get super overwhelming to decide what to do for the day. I try to make this process take 5 minutes or fewer. I just try to get through things as quickly as I can, choose the things I'm going to do today, snooze everything else, and then actually start doing the work. So let's take a look. What I'm going to do is process things with you like I would do if I were doing this on my own. So the first thing I notice is that there's a couple items that got pulled in. They come in from Google Keep and a couple other places, and I notice that those don't have an area, so I'm just gonna assign those. This update arms to 45-25, that's for the gym. I added that this morning because I upped the weights for those for my arm workout, so that's a personal item. And then this is a reminder to fix my sleep timer through Home Assistant, and that's also a personal item, so I'm gonna tag those. Now, it's just a matter of going through and deciding whether I'm doing things today or not today. If the answer is not today, I've got lots of options I can choose from, but the simplest thing is today or not today. So this is a website project I'm working on, and I'm gonna say, sure, I'm gonna need to do that today. Adjust pan rack. I'm not gonna work on this task for today, so then I have to answer, am I just doing a generic not today? Or am I going to give it a more specific time to return? What's going to happen here is that when I choose one of these options, the task that's for not today will get snoozed. So I'm going to just choose not today on this. And the nice thing about that option is it allows me to free my brain up. I don't have to spend any extra time deciding when to do that task. Notion is going to randomly assign a day between 1 and 7 for it to come back. So let's flip over to my snoozed tab. And you'll see that Adjust Pan Rack got snoozed till the 12th. So that's when it's going to pop back up. The way that that happens is that I have a series of automations that handle things in the background. So at the beginning of a day, I have this automated option that runs on a schedule for start today. And the way that this happens is if I come in here and take a look, if the date is on or before today's date, then it clears the date, and that's what gets it to pop back up in this list. So the shorthand version is anytime the day matches today when the automation runs, which runs on a recurring basis on its own, whenever that runs, it looks through the list, decides if the item is today or before, and then it blanks out the date. It just takes the snooze date away. And when there's no snooze date, that's what tells it to show up here. So I'll just continue to process these, and you'll be able to see how I handle the rest. Declutter close, I'm going to do that maybe today. That's another really nice option, so I'll mark that as maybe. This Wicked party is done. I had that last night. Feel free to take a look at Gay Linda. So that's done. I'm going to click done. I'm probably not going to do update desk Gridfinity today, so I'm just going to choose not today on that. I actually would like to add these exercises to my fitness tracker, so I'll choose today. Probably not going to budget, but I need to do it soon, so I'm going to give it probably Monday. Today is Sunday. Now, what I could have done is I could have said one day or specifically chose Monday. Either way works. It just depends on how that task works with my brain. Sometimes I know I want to wait 2 days before I do this, and I don't need to think about what day is today. But if I've got an anchor point, like we'll come down here, this item here is my one-on-one with my coworker, Mallory. We have those every week on Friday, so I'll tell that Friday. Whereas this, I can tell it, all right, I know I want to do it tomorrow. I could choose tomorrow, I could choose Monday or one day. Whatever way works for my brain in that moment, I have those options available. I'm not going to do the circular labels today. I do want to process these notes. I actually already ordered these ice cube trays, so I'm going to choose done. I need to do this, and that's going to be a maybe thing. I do want to do my journal meta-analysis. I will do this update arms thing because I'm going to do the back exercises today. Sleep timer 2. Now, I'm adding a lot of tasks to my today list. I normally wouldn't do this many, but a number of these are very quick. This one will be very quick. So will this, so will this, so will this, and this. These are probably all under 5 minutes or just about. Now, this is a philosophy thing here because sometimes people say, if it's going to take fewer than 5 minutes, just get it done. I will do that. But the 5-minute task I'm doing right now is process this list. That's the most important thing. I just want to get that done, and then I can go through and do those 5-minute tasks in a batch. All right, coming back up. This is a work task. Actually, all 3 of these are, so I will move them to Monday because it's tomorrow. And then my do some video I just published, so that's up and live. And then this item is for this video that I'm recording right now, so I can actually mark that for today. I've already processed my entire list. You saw that it went from like 15 items down to these few. Actually, let's do a little quick thing. Let's add a quick count on this. So there's 7 items now. A number of them are 5 minutes or fewer. Some of them are even quicker than that. In fact, I just remembered, I actually did this already, so I can mark that as done. And then I have this view for today, which simplifies things, and I can see what's on my today list, what's on my maybe list. And then if there's anything that I had tagged with evening, sometimes I'll do those. If it's a weekday, I have tasks that happen during the day, which are usually work tasks, and then personal tasks, which are evening tasks. And it does help to separate those out. So I do use both of those. In this view, I also have the ability to manually sort the items. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually working on this right now. And once I'm done, I'll be done. And then I'm gonna do all those quick tasks side by side. I'm gonna process those notes. I'm gonna fix that sleep timer. I'm gonna add those back exercises and do the meta-analysis. Those are both journaling things. And then the last thing I'll do is work on this website, and then I'll be done. So that's it. That's how I process my task list. It gets the items out of my brain. It means they're all captured. And it also means that I can deal with a dozen, 2 dozen items in a quick batch without having to wrestle with, do I do it now? Do I do it when? Blah, blah, blah. This makes it very easy to decide which items are happening today and which items are not, so that I can actually get to the items that are important for the day. And so I don't have to think about the items for tomorrow or later. All right, this is a pretty quick video for today. Don't forget, if you want my help solving a tiny problem, drop a comment on down below. And if anything in this video today was helpful to you, share it with a friend, or even simpler, scroll down and tap the like button. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.